Now, when it comes to keeping us safe on the road, our California Highway Patrol is always looking out. And while wrong-way collisions are rare, they can happen, especially while driving during bad weather conditions, resulting in serious or even fatal injuries. To talk to us about what to do if you encounter this situation, we have Officer Justin Forker with the California Highway Patrol Central Division. Welcome, officer. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. First of all, officer, how many of these collisions are reported every year?
So it's been fluctuating for the past 4 years, but as of the last report, which was in 2018, there was upwards of 240 of these head-on collisions reported on California highways.
And of course, can you explain to us why most of the time when these collisions do happen, they sometimes are fatal, right? Most of the time.
Yes, you know, these collisions, like you said in the opening, are rare, but when they do happen, the reason why there's so many major injuries or fatalities involved is simply because of the sheer force of the two vehicles. You know, a lot of times you're at highway speed, so if you have two vehicles that are traveling at 70 miles an hour, you know, that collision is upwards of 140 miles an hour.
And of course, right now that it's, it's raining season, it's foggy, what do you recommend for people to be more vigilant of?
So I'd like to talk about this at this time of the year here in the Valley because it is getting dark much earlier. We've had some rain, so the fog is coming in, and you know, it can get a little bit tricky out there on the roads, especially if some people are traveling in from out of the area, and you might encounter someone who's driving the wrong way on the freeway. And I just like to make people aware that most of those collisions happen between Friday and Sunday. From 6 p.m. From midnight to 6 a.m. So a lot of those things are happening at night. They're happening over the weekend, and I just like to, let people know, hey, if you do have to be on the highways at that time, please pay extra attention to what you're doing out there.
Is there a reason why these accidents happen usually during the night?
Well, a majority of individuals that cause these collisions are usually under the influence, right? So we tend to see maybe a few more impaired drivers at night. Also, we tend to have a little bit of older drivers can sometimes get a little bit confused and kind of find themselves in this position as well.
And then, of course, when it's foggy, people struggle to kind of see these signs, right? Do you think maybe that should be also a factor that people should keep in mind when it comes to, wrong way driving?
Well, and I like to say with the fog, as it pertains to seeing really anything, right, is if you don't have to be on the road and it's foggy, don't go. You know, if there's a meeting or an appointment or something that you can cancel or postpone until that fog lifts a little bit, maybe later in the morning, go ahead and do that. But yeah, if you do find yourself out there in the fog, please pay extra attention to those lane lines and to those signals as well.
Now, Officer, I don't know if you could explain to us, what is that Zero Death Initiative about?
So what's happening is Caltrans, as well as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, got together, and they're putting a program together to help eliminate these wrong way traffic collisions and these fatalities, right? So they started up in Sacramento in 2017. They're going to also start implementing some things down in San Diego just to help keep drivers a little bit safer. So, for example, on some of the exit ramps where this happens most often, they might have some video cameras or triggering devices that actually trigger the Caltrans Transportation Management Center as well as CHP Communication Centers to let them know, hey, someone just came on the freeway the wrong way.
Oh, wow.
So it alerts us so that we can maybe get there faster and help save a life.
Do you think that system is probably going to get here to the Valley as well, or is it just more into bigger cities
right
now?
I'm sure that it will work its way here to the Valley, but like I said, the two that the state's working on right now is up in Sacramento and then down in San Diego.
Oh, wow, that is super interesting, honestly.
Yes.
It's just really good. And of course, for people that see a wrong way driver, what should they do?
The very first thing you should do is call 911. And the same thing I've said on this show many times is if you're going to call 911, please just know where you are. Know which direction you're traveling, what highway you're on, the closest off-ramp that you've passed, just so that we have an idea of where to look for this person. And I like to say there's two tips for advice for drivers out there. If you see someone that's driving the wrong way, at nighttime, stay in the right-hand lane or the slow lane, right? Because if someone's driving the wrong way, they're going to be driving in what we call the fast lane. Right, because it's opposite to them. They're driving the wrong way.
Yeah.
So I like to let people know, hey, at nighttime, keep it over to the right lane. Keep your headlights on. Keep scanning up and down the roadway as far as you can, because again, you just want to be as safe and vigilant as you can.
That is such a great tip to remember. Always drive on the right-hand side at night. That is great. Officer Forker, thank you so much for your information.
Very welcome.
Thank you.